Okay, friends, welcome back to part two of creating our tall, skinny junk journal. I have gone ahead and I've made my three signature for the tall, skinny junk journal. Now, for those of you that has the Whispers in May, you will have 10 of these beautiful junk journal pages along with the other 8.5 by 11 pages that goes along with it. So here I have put in all my pages that I have decided. I have distressed the edges as best as I could with some distress ink. I'm going to go ahead and hit some up as well as I'm talking to you. I see some that as I trimmed the edges of my paper, we often when we stack these up, we have some overlapping. So what I did is once I got all of my signature pages trimmed up, I used an X-Acto knife and a metal ruler. Anything that was overlapping, I just trimmed it up with my X-Acto knife. Then I made a little template um, to be able to pierce through with my awl the signature pages. Now this is 3 inches by 11 inches, and I scored it straight down at 1.5, and then I went on a landscape and scored it at 1 inch, at 5.5 inch, and at 10 inches. And right in the intercepting points, I pierced a hole with my awl so that I can use that as a little template to be able to make the piercing holes to attach the signatures to the um, little template that we made for the spine. Now, you will need a good needle, and I'm using wax thread. Of course, you can use twine as well. I like to use these bulldog clips, and what I do is once I have everything in place, sandwiched in perfectly, I take my bulldog, I put one on top, and there's that little template, and then I'll put one at the bottom. And then I take my little awl and make sure it goes all the way through. And there it goes, right on that spine. Perfect. Like so. They do the same thing on the center point. And then at the last one. Okay, there we go. And the little bulldog clips just kind of keeps it all in place, okay? Then I go ahead and I grab. Make sure all your pages are in the direction that you want everything to be. That's very important. The last thing you want to do is to sew these in and they're backwards. So make sure everything is in the right direction. There's nothing that is off. And yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then I'm going to remove my little template, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my little hidden hinge. And I'm going to be putting this one as the front. So I'm going to grab that one since I've already pierced through that. And I'm going to grab my thread. Here it is, already threaded with my needle. And I'm going to start with the center one. I'm going to go right into that first one, like so. Go into the top one, like so. Back in through the middle one. Pull it tightly down to the bottom. And back in. And then what I do is I tighten it up really nicely. And this way you can have a little charm dangling down if you want. So it can dangle down to the bottom. So that's how I like to do it. This way you can do it, start on the top here or in the, in the back if you want, if you don't want a piece that's dangling. But I like to dangle a little charm at the bottom like so, okay? So then we'll grab the second one. And I think we're going to do this one here. And again, let me grab my wine. I just kind of guesstimate this. I'm not sitting there and um, doing all that measuring technique. Oof. Figures when you're trying to be on camera. So we're going to do one more. Again, I start in the middle because I want to dangle something. And so I will start right in the middle, in the inside. Go right into that second signature hole on the hidden spine, like that. Go to the top. And again, you got to make sure everything was perfectly aligned. I already checked all mine. Go to the top. Well, it's a little bit tricky when you're trying to record because it's not like I can do it in a way that I can see what I'm doing so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Through. Let's pull it through so I can at least see what I'm doing. Biggest problem I have is eye vision, so bear with me. Pull it. And again, I have that extra little thread so that I can dangle down, go back into the center one where we originally started, down through that center hole. Down to the bottom. And I tend to like it this way. I really do. Like I said, I like to be able to add a little dangling charm. Okay, perfect. We have all three signatures attached, and you see how nice and neat that is. Very nice and neat. That's exactly what we want. And inside I have all these little dangling pieces that I will be attaching little charms as we go along. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our journal over, and this is we're going to apply a generous amount of glue here on the 2-inch side and make sure we get enough here. And then we're going to attach it like so on our spine, and that will sit like that. See that? Nice. Very nice. I love that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And for that, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. And again, I'm going to apply a good amount of this glue in because I want to make sure it does not come apart. That's very important, okay? In between your little signature 1/2-inch gusset there. We're just doing that 2-inch area. Okay, let's double check the direction. Yep, that is up. That is up. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and sandwich it right smack. And remember, our um, our journal, line or hinge, whatever you want to call it, was 2-inch, exactly the size of our spine. My bone folder. And set that like that. And notice how my covers, my front and back cover, are flat, and that's because we did that technique where we attached the spine to the front cover separately. It makes it so much easier. And basically what I'm just doing is gluing that in nicely. Make sure it's centered right in where it needs to be centered. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Okay, that's pretty much there. And now we're just going to glue down those flaps from the hinge. Let me make sure I move that needle. And then this part, we want to make sure we get that really adhered down. So I want to take my time here, making sure we got it nice and adhered. Okay. We're going to glue down those flaps. I want to use the edge of my bone folder just to kind of get that into the little gusset area. creases for the fold. And we're going to do the same thing for the back flap. We're going to glue that down. Beautiful. We have it already attached. Signature pages are in. Everything looks beautiful and everything is functional. And I can open up this journal straight flat in. As you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, and now all we have left to do is decide what we're going to put in the inside. I have made this little pull-out pocket here that I'm probably going to attach to one of these pages. I just want to let this um, Fabri-Tac kind of glue and do its job before I start to decorate. But we'll do this one probably on a live where I show you how to do that, except something that's very easy to make. And I wanted to show it at least, oops, let's see, on a live, showing you how to make this. So we'll do that on a live. Actually, it goes this way. Do that on a live where we're touching this little piece here, whether we're going to do it on the back pocket or wherever we're going to make it. Let me cut that so it's not. There we go. It's actually a little pull-out pocket, an accordion style pocket actually. So probably see where we attach that. So yeah, that is it. I'm gonna let that sit and dry, and we'll probably come in on Friday and we'll work on decorating this beautiful tall, skinny junk journal. It's turned out amazing. I love every bit of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are loving this collection, Whispers in May. Don't forget to click on the link below, grab it from my coffee. I've added the book covers with the spine. That's an add-on, and I've also added some other pages to the collection. So absolutely beautiful. And then we also have all these little pieces that will be as well attaching. That's one of the little pieces that goes to this collection, along with all the pockets that I have to also put in. So this is going to be a fun little project to work with, and I hope you guys are going to love it as much as I am definitely enjoying working on it. So anyway, I hope this kinda gives you an idea of how to make a beautiful tall skinny junk journal using Whispers in May. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.